Hi, Jordan Long here, and today I'm doing a YouTube live stream. Now I know I made a movie early today. I made a movie today saying that, I don't do Google Hangout, and I don't. I don't do Google Hangout. So the first thing I guess you can say it's a long extended of what my normal movies are because I don't always do them all the time. So okay. I know some men and women out there who are familiar with the community channel Natalie Tang might know that was where a lot of my movies came from. And Natalie Tang doesn't even do any more movies anymore. The community channel's still open, but hasn't done nothing since, I guess, February 2017 AD, of course. And then apparently, was all the times that I did make movies that I made them in the past. Now you might know that the Jordan Long channel wasn't the first channel I ever had. I had several others. There was Miss Jordan Long, Jordan Mulan Long, and Jordan Channel 20. Okay? And really, it's more of the inspiration at this point. And right now, nobody's on. Nobody's on a live. I get it. I picked a bad time. But anyway, maybe somebody will come on this live stream. Maybe somebody won't. But the point is, I'm probably going to do it for maybe an hour. And then I'll be done with it. So, this is something that I do. Now, I know that I have to go and get someone just to make it right. And someone actually has come on my live stream. So here's my dog, Doggy. He's a dachshund. And this is what I do. I go, woo, 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 woo. He doesn't like it. And my godmother, Zena, has always told me over and over again, don't bully the dogs. I'm not making it up. She actually has. So one day I'm doing it. And, it's not even that. It's not even that. And that's what I do. And Doggy doesn't like it. I say, Doggy, why you don't like me doing that to you? And he doesn't know. But my godmother, Zena, doesn't like it when I do that to my dog, Doggy, or her dog, Horse. They say I bullying the dogs, as they put it. So one time I'm doing it, and then Zena says, oh, Gabrielle, go do something with your god sister. And then Gabrielle says, well, I was at Amazon. And then Gabrielle said, well, you're no longer Amazon anymore. You can't come anymore. They don't like you anymore since you bully dogs. Now, it's not like if I was a dog bully, if I was actually doing it to be mean, and so far, if I was doing it to be mean, it'd be like this. But I don't mean to do it to be mean. I go, Doggy don't like it. But it's not like I sit there and say, yeah, I want to make Doggy growl. I want to see him angry. I want to see him wrath or mad. Okay? And it's just, that's the way it is. Now, you might also think, is that the only thing Jordan's going to talk about in her movie? About how she bullies her dog? And we all know Doggy looks perfectly good for a dog that's been bullied. And another thing that I said I got two. I got two on, one thumb up. Hi. Okay. Now Jordan said, I understand my godmother Zena made a live stream yesterday and then only one person came on. Someone else came on and then they thumbed it up and left. You know, I mean, I know she made a mistake on one of her live streams when she blocked and banned someone since she misunderstood what they said. And even though she said she was sad and unblocked and unbanned them, they all left. Except for one person. And then the next live stream she actually did, only one person came on. Then somebody else came on, thumbed it up and left. Now, if there are anybody on YouTube who everybody makes mistakes. No one's flawless, But if there are some on YouTube that can't forgive anyone for mistakes they've made, then that is pretty sad. So right now I only have 2 watching and 1 thumb up. And I'm probably going to do something, one other part of my movie is also what I do. My godmother Zena, I have her ring flyers, and I will show them off to you, okay? I know what you're thinking. See? Yeah, I almost have to that point. I almost do have a lot of followers. Even though most of the time I think I'm a knockoff of the community channel. Probably a knockoff of any other Oriental one who does that sort of thing. Well, here's one of my godmother Zena's ring flyers. The closest thing I'm going to get to is a shock room. But it is what it is at that point. Now I know what certain people are going to ask me. Well, Jordan, is anybody else going to be in your movie? Yeah, well, let's just say. Now, I did go to see my mother again, and my mother likes to do a thing known as the 2-fingered strike. I am certainly not making this one up. She actually does it, And this is kind of how it was like. So you finally come see me again. Yeah, Mother, I did. Well, tell you, Jordan, what are you doing? She bullies dogs, Zena says. Oh, so she bullied dogs. Yeah, guess what? 2-fingered strike for bullying dogs. Well, Mom, you got all kind of dirt and stuff in your hair. So you're going to unlook your mother now. Mother going to clean all that gunk out of her hair. Oh, this won't work. Hold on, this is... Yeah, well, I don't really bully dogs. Yeah, putting your mouth on. If your godmother say you bully dogs, I don't think that right. And she gave me another 2-fingered strike. Don't bully dogs no more. Yeah. My mother does look good for being 62. And she's been wedlocked again since 2015 AD, of course. But my stepfather doesn't really come around, doesn't really see him that much. and mostly my stepfather and my mother only got wedlock for sex, obviously, you know. But it is what it is at that point, you know. And I'm not making it up. Why'd you remove that comment for? Oh, see, here we go. Why'd you move that comment for? I should have so why has that comment been removed? I don't know. Oh, wow, the comment's gone. You know. It's going to turn into one of those, of course. But anyway, Jordan said, and apparently, I'm not making it up. My godmother is Xena, of course. And they still try to get me to stop bullying dogs. Well, I don't actually bully dogs in the sense, I do. I put my mouth on doggy and hordes and on them, and they don't like it. I guess that would make me a bully. Well, another thing, and apparently other things that tend to always happen. Jordan said other things that always tend to happen. All the time. Is that, that a walrus comes around. See, this is how it was, that a walrus comes around. He goes, well, Jordan, I don't, your godmother Xena wants me to tell you that you shouldn't be bullying dogs. Well, I stopped bullying them. Okay. I have a cat named Cat. But to say that I bully dogs, oh yeah, great. I just lost one. I only got 2 people on there now. I don't bully dogs. Well, you're not going to bully me. No, I don't. Not like I sit there and say, not like I think and go, oh, I want to bully doggy. I want to bully horse. No, I don't do that. Well, you should. Actually, I actually like dogs and cats the same. But the point goes where it goes at this point. Now, I know that, okay, another thing on my movie that I want to talk about is that some may think that I'm a knockoff, of the community, some might say I'm a knockoff of the community channel. I don't know if any of you out there are familiar with the community channel or not. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. Well, the community channel is this channel that's ran by Natalie Tang, who is an Asian Vietnamese, but she lives in Australia. And from 2005 80 up to 2017 80, would make these sketch comedies and blog movies. And that's where a lot of my movies came from. Granted, I didn't get the same views and the same watch time, and granted that I didn't get the same type of turnout that she did. Well, while I'm at it, Jordan said, now I also got to do these other. It is what it is. I wish I could thumb up my own live stream, but you can't. You can't thumb up your own live stream. So I made a movie today saying why I don't use Google Hangout. Okay. Can I clap your checks? I don't know. I don't even know what you're asking me. Something about, can I clap your checks or your cheeks? You can't clap my cheeks. I don't even know if that. No, you can't. I don't know what you're talking about. So whatever it is, I don't know, but you can't do it even if you wanted to. There's no way you could be able to do it. You know, we're both on the alder web, on the force here. And no one can do that. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I don't. Or where'd I come from? Jordan said, oh, you know, there's two answers to that. Now, I used to have a porcelain doll version of myself for about almost 2 years. And one day I fell down, broke my face. And then that one came from Raleigh Flea Market. Only this version of myself came from the Glassport Thrift Center. And that answers your question. What? No. Dwayne has nothing to do with this movie. It's all about me. He just holds me up to the camera. None of it has nothing to do with him. I know some men and women out there don't like it if you make a channel and it's not, and they think it should be devoted to somebody else, but it isn't. You know. Yeah, well, it is what it is at that point. And I suppose, oh, here's another one. Since I'm really trying to do this, I got to do it right. I have to do this right. Hold on. I got to get somebody else. You know. I got to get someone else. I know everyone on the other channel kept saying it. Whoa, is Oscar gonna be there? Well, everybody asked me if you're gonna be there, and it'll be like, this is how it's like when you have to keep worrying about your, that's all I think about. I always know I could spoof it. I know how to spoof being a YouTube partner. Hell, I know how to spoof Patreon too. You just start showing all the weird guilds you get. You know? Like, it's like this. It's always someone like, it's always like this. So I can spoof it. Oh, I can spoof that too. Hold on. I know what you're thinking. Time for me to spoof being a YouTube partner, Jordan said. You gotta spoof that. Oh, look at how much Weird Guild I got from Google for Google AdSense being a YouTube partner. Apparently there is no answerability. And apparently used to be a time where I could get more. Oh, yeah, better go eBay on Patreon now. Because apparently I'm not getting enough from Google. Yeah, look, that's how much I got. I only got like a 10. Only got a 10. A 20. Another 20. And another 20. Yeah, I better go on Patreon and eBay people to support me. Because I can't use my own Weird Guild for my own stuff. I got to eBay everybody else. Oh, support me on Patreon. And then I'll do some shit. And then I'll show you some exclusive movie. And then Oscar goes like this. Yeah. First off, I'm not going to do that. You go pay your own way, Jordan Chan. You think I'm going to be dumb? You think the Empress of Tomorrow is going to eBay to support you? You got your own Weird Guild. You got your own business. And apparently you got your Social Security and you got YouTube partnership. Not making that up. That's how they act like. And I know I know after that comes out, all the partners are going to get upset and say, "Oh, we earn more than that." And how dare you make fun of us? Well, you don't even know what a Google AdSense check looks like. No, I don't know what a Google AdSense check looks like. Don't know. You know? Well, at one point, it was a community channel, but she no longer makes movies anymore. And then it was one called Anna Chia, you know, and I guess there were some other ones. But the point is, that's what they do, you know. No, I don't think so. I don't think that's ever going to happen for me. I don't have the time or the patience or the time or the resource to be a mother. I was pregnant like 35 times and had 35 abortions. And men and women always find wrong with me for that. Yeah, I know it. Those who are going to find wrong with me are going to find wrong with me. Oh, I can't believe you do that. They'd be like, they would find wrong with me. They would seek wrong with me. And someone might be like this. Oh, you talking about abortion? Well, guess what? That violates YouTube community guidelines in terms of service. And I don't like you. You're a slayer. They're like, I don't care what you say. I don't care what your point is. You're still a slayer. Yeah. They would say, oh, you like slaying. That's what they would say. You know? Well, thank you for that. But a point, this is pretty much how it goes. Like, I don't, always do this all the time. I'm trying to find ways of jamming in multiple movies into one. You know? Sometimes I think I'm a community channel knockoff. I actually do think this about myself. That I knock off the community channel. But she doesn't care. And I don't care about my copyright. I'm telling you the truth. Some would think I should care about my copyright, but I don't. And I gotta put one of my friends back. I gotta put another one, bring one of my friends in now. And they'd be like this. Like, I'm not, like, Yeah, he'll be like, I gotta get somebody else here. Well, I gotta get somebody else here. Hold on. Well, thank you. Well, I don't care about my copyright. So you could take this movie and do whatever the hell you want to do with it. I don't care. It's my word against your word anyway. But I guess so many people, they go like this. Apparently, and there's also seen apparently, don't do fair use. You have to be bold to do fair use. You really do. Even though fair use is allowed, you can do fair use. A lot of businesses that just choose not to recognize fair use and always want to challenge you. So I don't do anything like that. That's why there was no songs or anything in it. You know, it'd be like this. You know, you're using my song, you know. Yeah, I know it was, Finn Balor said. I know. But Finn says WWE said you could only use it for 30 seconds. Yeah. And apparently, now you're in trouble. Oh, so apparently now I'm in trouble. Yeah, you are. It's not me. I'm not putting in a bind. It's WWE that's doing it. That's how it's like. And then here's the thing. I don't care about my copyright, but I care about others. You know? And maybe somebody can answer this. Since I really, you know, and then, you know, it is what it is at that point. You know, my godmother Xena's for one of her liked wrestlers, of course, as far as the Toy Wrestling Federation is concerned. You ever seen the D. McKnight productions of Spartacus, God and Sand, Spartacus, Blood and Sand, Spartacus, God Arena, Spartacus, Ven, Spartacus, War of the Damned? Well, he reminds me of Finn Balor. I'm not making this one up. Well, did anybody actually ever watch it? I mean, I watched it on Netflix. And I could have bought it on disc at Walmart, but I chose not to. So then I made this fictional series. It was called The Toy Wrestler. And there was a Finn Balor series. And then, you know, now the point is, it's kind of like that. And my mother likes to say that he's one of the favorites or something. But it'd be where it's like this, though. It was like, oh, by the way, you know, I didn't. And then you hear about people cashing in Money in the Bank. It's like, well, the point is, it reminds me of that. And then, you know, my godmother's husband, Gabe, reminds me of whatever his name was. You know, Lutherus Batris, the owner of that gladiator school or learning stead. And then my godmother, Xena, reminds me of Lucretia. Yeah, you know. But the point goes like this. And it'll be another thing like, oh, and by the way, Jordan, I think I kind of, you know, I was supposed to cash in the Money in the Bank on Alaska, and I did. And then Kevin Owens screwed it up. Yeah, Kevin Owens did screw it up. Well, sorry about that. It's like, and what am I even doing? I don't know. Does my godmother still think you're still pushing you? I guess she's still pushing me. I don't know. Listen, you know. But when I mean you actually saw, I mean, did you actually watch it? But obviously, I don't really think, and you know. But the point goes is this, you know. Or maybe you're just saying that. Okay. The point is that was not one of Renaissance Pictures ones at all. That was a D. McKnight productional one. But the point goes, Jordan says, the point goes like this. I don't really know where I was going with this live stream. You know. Yeah. Apparently it was Stephen D. McKnight, who worked for Mutant Enemy Productions, who ran his own business for a while. I mean, he still does. They make movies now, but at one point, he worked with Robert Tappert and Samuel Rini on the Spartacus, Blood and Sand, Spartacus God Arena, the prequel to Blood and Sand, and then Spartacus Vengeance and Spartacus War of the Damned. And now he's basically doing movies now, but At the point is, that's what it is. So my godmother, Zena, used to wear wigs all the time. She started dyeing her hair, and you know the way her hair was, so she cut all her hair off. And then one day, me and my god sister, Gabrielle, started snapping her wigs off all the time. So Zena said, that's it, and she let her hair grow back, and she donated all her wigs, you know. When she cuts her hair, she gives it to the American Cancer Association, American Cancer Society. She said she said cancer patients can use this dead hair. They can make wigs out of it for those with chemotherapy and radiation treatments. Yeah. I don't know. And then there's something else Jordan said. So they're saying I was bullying the dogs, okay? Or bullying dog or doggy. And apparently what happened was my godmother's like, Gabrielle, do something with your god sister Jordan. And since I was at Amazon and Gabrielle told me, oh, you can't be at Amazon anymore. You can't be at Tatomic anymore. You go there, they'll kill you. And when I said, Gabrielle, why'd you say that for? And she goes, well, I didn't mean to say it, Jordan. It was a bad thing. It was a mean thing, the bad thing to say. But the point is, you can't bully dogs. But I didn't mean to say it. So I forgive Gabrielle for saying it, and she forgave me for it. I don't bully dogs. You know, like I told you, I don't think, hey, I want to make the dog, I want to be mean to the dog. I'm being plain with the dog, and the dog might not like it. You know? And it looks like nobody else is on. Only 3 people are on here. One person's we're booking words. And 2, you know, it is what it is. My sister Jade's doing fine. She's a wrestler, okay? She used to wrestle for the Carnival Wrestling Federation, but now Ferraro Wrestling. You know, the one that had Russell Madness. You know, the one that had a Russell Terrier. That's them. That's where she works for now. Doggy is good. Doggy is good. Now, I don't know, and probably no one really knows the answer to this, so if I ask it, they probably won't have any answers. But do I own copyright over my movie, or I don't? I probably don't. You know, apparently, if I didn't get it filed with the United States Copyright and Trademark Office, then it would likely be my word against some other dummy's word. So I don't know if I do or I don't. And I'm scared of copyright. I really am. You know? I was lucky all those years. When I used to use Microsoft Windows Movie Maker, ArcSoft Video Processor, ArcSoft Webcam Companion, when I used to use all those likenesses, I was just lucky no one ever got me, you know, in a bind with copyright. Oh, I could claim fair use, but you know what? They have me to shit. And you know, when I used to do music, for the TWF, but they don't do song anymore. It always gets notifications saying, oh, you know WWE owns that song. And what am I going to do? I just leave it. If I try to counter the claim, they're going to say I'm dead. They're going to say, oh, well, you know what? You can't say you did for 30 seconds. Copyright strike. So I'm not going through with it. So that's why it is what it is. So I'm afraid of copyright. I don't really care about my copyright. People can do whatever they want to do with it. You could take this movie and do what you want to do with it. I won't care. You know. And I know a lot of men and women out there, they like that sort of thing. You know. So I really don't care. It's not like anyone asks anybody for anything anyway. And you got to be bold to do fair use. You really do. I want to give you an example. You see, my godmother Zena and her husband Dave. You know, they have their lawyer. And apparently I was talking with him once. And apparently he apparently was surprised. What, you mean you don't care if people violate your copyright? No. Mostly it's just you to get me out of some type of bind, not to make bind for others. Yeah. And I'm like, do I knock off other people's stuff? Well, being a knockoff isn't really a good win or fodder take. But, for example, a lot of people claim that Moon Mist and Mahler, and Moon Holler and Mountain Thunder and Mountain Lightning, they claim that they're all knockoffs of Mountain Dew. If being a knockoff was outlawed, they all would be in trouble. No, that's Clarence Mason. That's not Theodore Long. That's Clarence Mason, who was in the WWF, now WWE, from 1995 AD to 1997 AD, who he had Farouk Hassan and Crush and D'Lo Brown and Savio Vega and a European British Bulldog and Owen Hart as his charges. Who was originally, the lawyer for James E. Cornette and Mr. Fuji, but eventually, it is what it is. But it is what it is at this point. No, I got Theodore Long, of course, but they're too different. But the point is, yeah. But I don't care. But see, it is what it is at that point. You're probably going to ask me, oh, is your godmother Xena going to come on? It all depends. I got to put Theodore Long. I got to put Clarence Mason. And Finn Balor back. But I know one who wants to come on. Oh, Jordan. Look, Gabrielle, my god sister, I want to ask you, are the Amazons going to kill me? No, that was wrong of me to say that. The Amazons are not going to kill you. But you can't do that to Doggy and Horse. They don't like it. Look, I forgive you, Gabrielle, for you saying that. It's all right, Jordan. I forgive you, too. You didn't tell me you're doing a live stream. I am. Well, Jordan, I guess I'll just leave you to that. I grabbed it. Yeah, my hair is a mess. What are we going to do? What do you mean you grabbed it? Someone said they gabbed it. Do you like to watch the moment, Jordan? I don't know what the moment is. I don't know what the moment is, to tell you the truth. I really don't. I don't know what it is. But I don't know what the moment is. It's a four-seer show. No, I never watched that. Most of the things I am watching these days is either Monday Night Raw or SmackDown Live or NXT or Main Event or Power Rangers. And that's about it. That's pretty much what I actually watched on the four-seer. Then I watch some stuff on Roku, of course. And that's as far as it goes. You know, it is what it is at that point. So there's some here on some sad note. So Hiroko, my adopted older sister, you know, one of her boyfriends dies. So what does she do? Okay, she goes to his funeral. That's fine, and then she thinks, and then she smiles while she's there. You know, and then right after the funeral, she's got a new boyfriend. So you tell me if that's messed up or not. Yeah, you know. So it is when it is at that point. One time when when I asked her about this, she said, yeah, well, she said, she said, he died. She goes, it was sad. He died having sex with me. It was sad. And it is what it is, she said. And I had to go to his wake and his funeral. I had a new boyfriend by that point. Then she said, well, after the funeral and the wake, then her and her new boyfriend went back to their place and they had sex. Just the way it was. She thought it was, the whole time she was at the funeral, she thought it was fun, for some reason. I don't know why. Just had this big smile on her face. Well, yeah, that's good. I mean, that's good if you play. I mean, Angel doesn't really have a movie game, but Buffy has a lot of them. But most of the ones that most people talk about are on the Microsoft Xbox, and there might have been some on the Nintendo Game Boy Color, maybe some that were eventually on Nintendo 64. But I think a lot, and then there were a bunch of other ones that out there. But I think the main ones are the Microsoft Xbox ones that most people know of and have played. Yeah, I do. You know. So, what do you think about Hiroko and what she did? So, what do you think about Hiroko and what she did? Yeah, and that's what it was. You know. But yeah, that's what she did. But I know that I know that if she ever hears me talk about her, what she did, she won't like it. Yeah, it is sad that her boyfriend died, but Hiroko basically just said, "Oh well, you know, it is what it is. He's dead." And she got a new boyfriend, and then she went to the boyfriend's funeral, and then they went back to their place with her new boyfriend, and then they had sex. And then she said, "Well, it is what it is," she says. You know. What do you think of that? I think it's pretty sad that, she didn't care about her boyfriend who died and had sex with her new boyfriend after her old boyfriend's funeral. That's what I think. You know. But of course, it is what it is at that point. So, do you want to know more about Hiroko and her former boyfriend? Let me know if you do. Well, Hiroko former boyfriend, they met when she was in France. Okay? And from at least 2017 AD until 2018 AD, they were items. They used each other when it came to sex. And one day he died when having sex with her. And well, she did go to his funeral with the new boyfriend. And then after the funeral she goes back to their place, and they had sex at their place after the funeral. And then one day she did go to his grave, her with her new boyfriend, and then they hugged and they kissed, and then Hiroko says, "Well, it's sad that you're dead," she goes, "but I found a new boyfriend. It is what it is." Well, Hiroko's new boyfriend is actually from Germany, actually. You know? You mean why people are mean like her? Well, because I don't really think Hiroko doesn't really care about others. Okay? That's why she is the way she is. That's why she was like that. And I know. Oh, so now you're gonna say shit about me? Yeah, I ain't gonna say shit about you. Well, let me tell you something, Jordan Chan. You gonna not say shit about me. Okay? Better knock your shit off about me. Yeah, I'm a bitch. And I didn't care about and I'm happy that my former boyfriend's dead. But don't be saying shit about me now, okay? So, what did you think about that? She just showed up and told me off. Yeah. It is what it is at that point. Yeah, she is that way. But my mother's husband is just as bad. My mother, China, is just as bad as Hiroko in some aspects. Yeah, I did. But my mother is just as bad as Hiroko is. Since she only got wedlocked with her new husband, my stepfather, since 2015 AD, only so they can have sex all the time. But, it is what it is at that point. I can't go any more detail. I wish I could do that. My father's fine. My father, Zed's fine. Hell, you probably saw my father, Zed's fine. My father, Zed's fine. Obviously, he's good. Always like, so what are you doing? YouTube live stream. Oh, now they talk about me now. Yeah, they talk about you. Okay, that's basically all I want to know. Yeah, I'm fine. Bye. Yeah, my father's fine. Don't worry about him. He's fine. So it is what it is. Well, before I end with this movie, well, Jordan said, well, I'm going to film before I end this is, what do you think about my mother and her only wedlocking her new husband since 2015 AD, my stepfather, and they just use each other for sex and stuff? Well, I guess it is what it is at this point. Well, okay, I gotta go now. I hope you enjoy this YouTube live stream with everybody in it. I'm Jordan Long, and I'll see you all later. But no, one more thing I gotta say. One more thing I gotta say. Before I go here, is that Hiroko is pretty much going back to the way she used to be. Well, not all the way back, but at least back enough where she doesn't care about others, of course. So it is what it is at that point. Well, that's it. I'll see you all later. Yeah.